Hi, in front of me I have SHARP Aquos R2 and I'm gonna show you a few tricks you can use on this device. First, let's open the settings. To do it, swipe upwards on the screen and tap on the settings icon. In settings, scroll down and select Aquos Useful. And here we have a few features I want to show you. First one is high-speed display. Let's tap on it. And this feature allows you to basically reduce the lag on the screen when you're scrolling up or down on it, and you can enable it for each app separately. To do it, tap right here and select all apps, and now we have list of apps we can enable this feature for. For example, we can enable it or disable it for this app by tapping on the slider like that. You can also tap on more options icon right here, select on when installing, and whenever this option is enabled, this feature will be enabled automatically for each app installed on your phone, each new app installed on your phone. Okay. Another option is rich color technology, and here we can basically adjust the colors of our screen. We can tap on basic settings and select between recommended, standard quality, dynamic, and neutral, like that. Below we have relax view. This option is basically night mode. If you tap on turn on now, the screen will become more orangish. You can adjust the intensity right here by swiping left and right on the slider. And right here we have schedule. You can tap on it, select none to turn it off. We can turn it on at custom time and from sunset to sunrise. If you select custom time, you will have start time and end time. You can tap on start time to set the hour on which it's gonna be turning on. To do it, press and hold on the green circle right here, drag it around the clock to set the hour, release it, and do the same for minutes, like that. Same for end time, press hour, then minutes, and tap OK. Okay, let's go back. Next we have Vial View, and this option, you can enable it right here, and it turns on some weird effects on your screen, like this. You can tap on pattern settings to select the pattern, like that, and you can also select the density, like that. Okay, let's turn it off, go back, and right here we have HDR, my bad, video, and here you can select HDR standard, dynamic, and cinema by tapping on one. That, and at the bottom we have virtual HDR, and we can enable it or disable it. Okay, this option fingerprint sensor, basically we can enable option called use as home key, like this, and now we can enable use gestures, for example, and now we can use the fingerprint sensor right here, the button, as with gestures basically. So if you swipe up, you will go to home screen, like this. If you swipe left on it, you will open the recent apps, like that. And if you swipe right, you will go back, like this. You can also hide or unhide the navigation bar right here, and you can also register the fingerprint if you want to. Okay. Let's go back. Next option is scroll auto, and this option allows you to scroll the screen automatically while you're doing something else. You can turn it on and off by tapping the slider next to on off. You can also tap on set apps to enable it for each app on this list. I mean, you can enable it for each app on this list. It depends which app you want to use it with. For example, we're gonna enable Chrome. It was enabled, but let's enable it again. And you can also enable and disable option called notify in status bar. Basically, if the auto scroll option is available, it's gonna notify you right here in the notification bar that you can use it. How this feature works is basically, let's open the Chrome browser. Now, as you can see in the notification bar, we have information that the scroll auto is available. And to use it, we need to slowly scroll down. For example, this arrow will appear. We need to hover over it and then release it. It's gonna start scrolling down. As you can see, we can increase and decrease the speed like that. We can pause it and play it, and we can also tap on settings icon to go to the screen. Okay. This option, I'm not sure what it does, so I won't click on it. But next option is clip now. Let's open it. And this feature allows you to take a screenshot by swiping on the edge of your phone, the top edge. So if you enable it and swipe on the edge of your phone, you will take the screenshot like this. Okay, let's go back. Next option is auto sleep off. And you can enable turn screen on by holding and bright keep. Basically, first option, if you hold your phone, it's gonna wake up the screen. And if you keep holding it, the screen won't turn off. That's the second option. And you can enable them and disable them right here, like that. Next option is phone cover settings. And here we have Aquos frosted cover. You can enable it or disable it, like that. You can tap on frost sign, and here you have list of signs you can use. And last option is Robo QUL settings, and here you can enable operations of Robo QUL, and you can enable it or disable it. Okay, let's go back to settings. In settings, let's scroll down, tap on the system, and select gestures. And here we have another few things I want to show you. First one is jump to camera. Let's tap on it. And we can enable it right here by tapping the slider next to it. And what this feature does is basically allows you to open the camera by pressing the power button twice quickly, like this. Next we have a system navigation, and here we can select gesture navigation, 2-button navigation, and 3-button navigation. 3-button navigation is the default one. We have 3 buttons at the bottom of the screen. We have recent apps button, home button, and back button. Gesture navigation basically use the gestures to operate your phone. To go back, simply swipe to the center of the screen from the edge, for example, like this. You will see this arrow, and when you release the finger, it's gonna go back. Same from the second edge, like that. To go home, you simply swipe upwards from the bottom of the screen, like this. And to open recent apps, you swipe upwards and hold in the middle for a second or two, like this. Okay, you can also tap on settings icon right here to adjust the sensitivity, my bad, Jesus. Okay. And we have also 2 buttons navigation. This option, you have this home button right here to go to home screen. To open the recent apps, you need to swipe up on it, like that. And back button we have right here. Okay, let's bring it back to 3 buttons and go back. And at the bottom we have prevent ringing. And this option is basically, you can enable vibrate or mute mode, depends what you select right here, by pressing the volume up and power button together. So if I select vibrate or mute, because it's on vibrate mode right now, and press the volume up and power button, our phone will go to the mute mode, and vibrate if you select vibrate, like that. Okay. And last option I want to show you is a split screen. To use it, we need to open up, for example, Chrome. Then we need to open the recent apps menu. Now we need to press and hold on the Chrome icon. You will see this menu, and we can select the split screen. And now we can open another app that supports it. Not every app supports the split screen, so be aware of that. For example, let's open the Google Play Store. And as you can see, now we have two apps at the same time on the screen, and we can use them like this. To change the app, simply tap on this button right here. You can select the app from the recent apps menu, or tap on the screen right here and find the other app, for example files, like that. And we can quickly switch between the apps. To close the split screen, press and hold on this bar between the screens with the white bar on it, and drag it to the bottom of the screen or the tab, depends which app you want to close, like this. And that should be all. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving the like on the video.